Welcome back to the CSX Hanover Subdivision in N-Scale. It's been a while since I've done any updates on the layout. Probably the last full layout update you've seen, that layout's now been torn down to make room for a new one. Gained access to the other half of the basement, so decided to go all out, take over the whole space. In addition to building a new layout, I've decided to expand the York sub. Originally I had it from Porter's to Spring Grove. I've decided to extend it to Lincoln Yard after acquiring a fully built 13-foot long layout or yard layout. It was originally built as Hagerstown Yard. It was then moved to another layout where it was featured as Windsor Street in York. It became available again, so it was going to be Hagerstown on my new layout, but I decided to change it up, and it looks a lot like Lincoln Yard, so decided to expand the York sub. Made a couple changes to it. The back corner here is going to be propane transload, which is actually off the Pensy line, a mile or two behind Lincoln Yard. I needed somewhere to send propane cars, so there'll be a loading track closer to the wall. The inner track will be storage track for them. On the far east end of the yard will be a very compressed Lehigh cement facility. They'll have one track curving off to load hoppers. Just even in N-scale, still not enough room to catch everything. It's 13 tracks deep. The grain facility that's in the back center, I moved over to the right. Getting some files drawn up by a good friend. Those buildings aren't available in N-scale, so the only option now is 3D print them. Another loadout here. Scratch built that using evergreen and plastruct materials. Transloader there, that's available from Baldy Locks Designs. Find his stuff on Etsy. Two CF7s. They're built from kits provided by Randy Gustafson, Randgust. Those kits are getting to be few and far between right now, so if you want an N-scale CF7, that's the route to go. And once you leave the yard, you'll cross 462. We're heading westbound now. The siding here will be for Knocker Metals. Receive bulkhead flats plate steel. This is in the area of the Y for the Voith facility, but seeing that I'm standing in the aisle where Voith would be, I decided not to model the Y since it wouldn't really function as anything. Got a lift out across the doorway for the mechanical room. Come around the corner, you'll have Zarfoss Drive here, and Gordon Recycling, some truck spots and car spots there. Got the Frito-Lay facility with some truck docks and their two turnouts or sidings. Got Kennard trucking warehouses on the inside. Let's continue around here. You have the Route 30 bypass overpass in this area, and the Bots or Baker siding. Use this as a runaround for the Zarfoss job to get back to Lincoln. Then we'll have a nice long stretch, some scenery. Probably have Route 116 crossing in the Nashville area around here. Come back around the turn into Spring Grove. Got tank car track for slurry, the coating track. Route 116 crossing. The mill complex will be in here. Got the starch track, got the coal track, got the loop coming around that connects the WM to the Pensy, X-Pensy line. Got the black shed back here with the chemical tracks behind it. Where the soldering station will be, there'll be a big coal pile, big wood chip pile, wood chip unloaders. That all comes in by truck over here. Then you got the switch lead that comes around. The plant switcher can work everything from this side. And coming back over, there'll be a seam divider about right up where that seam in the foam is. Got the main line that comes around, makes a 180-degree turn. You got the storage siding for PH Gladfelder. York Rail will make all their drops and picks ups here. The plant switcher will come out and grab the cars that they need. Again, still not enough room even in N scale. I'd like to have another 6 or 7 feet to split up, give some run to porters. But here's the start of porter sidling. This will come out towards myself and go to Hanover eventually. But we got the siding track, the storage track on the east side with the dual alignment, the old alignment in the center, the new alignment down to the lower side. We're now on the CSX Hanover Subdivision here, leaving south out of Porters. There's really not a whole lot left on this part of the line, so it's going to be a lot of trees, a lot of scenery, some creek crossings, bridges, hopefully. Got another lift out across where the electrical panel is. You cross over that. You come into Woodensburg, north of Reisterstown. Suburban Propane will be here. And come across, narrow shelf across the stairs landing. Then you come into Emery Grove. Maryland Midland tracks curve off to the right. Got the storage siding on the back, main line running up the middle. Got a crossover here. And even though Emery Grove, the tower's no longer there, a friend of mine drew up a 3D print file for it. So we're going to include that, modeler's license. And continue down here, excuse the HO stuff in the background. Then get down here to Glendon. Again, 3D prints on the bridge piers. We'll put the road or the bridge crossing there, and then Glendon Station. This was the original one that I built for the old layout. This was using the Walters Pella Depot. It was a good stand-in for it. But again, with the revolution of 3D prints and design, have a friend that drew up the actual station. I just need to figure out how to build the roof. And then he drew up the station staircase with Glendon inscribed in the concrete. And then it's just curves around, dead ends. It may be a dead end here. I may put a lift out across the doorway. I haven't decided that yet, but again, this is just phase 1 of the construction. I haven't got anything on paper for continuation. It's all up in my head, but figured I'd post the video and tie all the photos together that I've shared before. But again, give a like, give a follow. Layouts on Facebook also, CSX Hanover Subdivision and N scale. You can get updates there as I post them. But there's just an overview of what we just looked at, and hope to keep going, and we'll update you further along as I get more done. Thanks.